I now come to look at the matters of aggravation in this case. This was the killing of an innocent child. The circumstances of the killing were horrible. The throwing of your 4-year-old daughter from a bridge more than 80 metres above the ground could not be more horrible. What Darcy's last thoughts might have been does not bear thinking about, and her death must have been a painful and protracted one. Your conduct is a most fundamental breach of trust, and it's an attack on the institution of the family, which is so dear to the community. The killing was in the presence of your son Benjamin, who was then 6, and your son Jack, who was 2. The community hopes Jack will be too young to remember. Any motive which existed for the killing had nothing to do with the innocent victim. It can only be concluded that you used your daughter in an attempt to hurt your former wife as profoundly as possible. Whatever happens, you will spend what may be regarded by many as the best years of your life in prison. I have come to the conclusion that it is appropriate to fix a non-parole period. I do not regard you as being beyond redemption. You are only 37 years of age. I've had regard to your mental illness, and although I do not regard it as such significance relative to the seriousness of your offending to lead me to fix a sentence other than life imprisonment as the head sentence, I have taken it into account in deciding both whether I should fix a non-parole period and deciding what that non-parole period should be. I have taken into account your previous good behaviour. I have taken into account the references tendered on your behalf and the support which you have from your direct family. I have taken into account those matters put on your behalf on the plea, except where I have indicated that I do not regard it as appropriate to do so. One of the very unfortunate features of this case is that others seem to blame themselves for what you have done. They should not. You did what you did. You are responsible for it, and nobody else is. Would you stand up, please? You will be sentenced to be in prison for life. I fix a period of 32 years before you will be eligible for parole. I declare that you've served 802 days pursuant to this sentence. I direct that this declaration and its details be entered in the records of the court. It means that the earliest date you will qualify to be released will be the 29th of January 2041, when you will be 67 years of age. Would you adjourn the court, please?
Before the court adjourns, Your Honour, I make application.